And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray.
Man.
Odie is in the house. It is Friday. This is somewhat red. We got one person in the studio that you can't even
There's no
pretend that it's red. We got one that you could slide by a little bit. Let's just go ahead and take a look at that. Yep, that's no red over there.
I don't participate.
I can see you did.
Yeah.
She's wearing
She
black
didn't
today.
get the memo.
I got it. I thought about it. There's just didn't want to.
Julie's here, and of course our sheriff from Clarke County. Welcome, Anthony. Glad to have you.
Good. I'm glad I could fill in for old Greg today.
Yeah, Greg's cruising the seven seas. Is that what the rumor is?
Yeah, something like that.
He's out and about. We'll check in. We'll see if we can hear a story or two of what's going on the Pirates of the Caribbean. What's the longest you've been on a cruise?
7 days.
You've done that too? It doesn't get old being there that long?
Oh, no. I want to do the 14-day.
They offer 14?
Oh, they offer
Really?
a 28-day cruise.
There's one where you can go for a whole. They're doing one right now. You can go a whole year. Like it's you can sail around the world and just live on a cruise ship.
You got to remember, though, I used to do 6-7 month cruises.
That's true. Yeah, you were in the Navy.
So that time on the water.
What was y'all's nickname with the Coast Guard?
That's what I was sitting here thinking.
Yeah, what?
The Marines had a nickname for that, didn't they?
Yeah, what was that?
Swabbies?
Yeah, Swabbies. Or was there another one?
I have no idea. I was not in the military, and I'm not going to claim to even.
You
try
got
get
to be, to get in the Coast Guard, you've got to be at least 6 foot tall.
Why's that?
So if your ship sinks, you can walk back to shore.
Y'all pick on each other bad, don't you?
We do.
Yeah.
It's fun, It's like cops and firemen.
Yeah,
That's right.
They pick on each other too.
Yeah,
That's
pick
right.
on
But at the
each
end of the
other.
day, we're on the same team.
James said, we're also known as a squid.
Squid. That's it.
Now that is which division?
That's Navy.
Navy Squid. Okay.
Navy's okay.
Boy,
Yeah.
I just would not have been good in the Navy. That going underwater in a submarine. It's not
I
for
wasn't
me.
in no submarine.
Y'all think about that. Man, that's a tight. Oh, I watched Down Periscope, and I don't.
That was a good movie.
With Kelsey Grammer.
That's
that was
right.
funny.
Yeah.
They even, what was it, McHale's Navy years ago?
Yeah.
It would have to be if something exploded near you. You did feel it.
Oh, yeah.
In that
because
water.
you're underwater, yeah.
And there's nowhere to run. I mean, you are there.
Yeah.
You're there.
What was the Hunt for Red October? Did y'all?
Oh, man, that was
Sean
good.
Connery was in
Sean
there.
Connery, yeah.
He played. Did you see that, Julia?
I don't think
She knows Sean Connery.
I know Sean Connery.
boy.
I know that.
She's going to have to come to our next cooking so she can be educated on all this stuff.
I love a good Scotty Ray education.
Well, we were trying to teach her bad Leroy Brown.
He didn't know it
Getting
either.
there.
No, we agreed we'd heard it
When
before.
when you got to the chorus, I believe we had heard it.
Jim Croce was just so good. He done Operator. Do y'all know that one?
Next.
We're not doing this morning. That's
But
fine.
you don't tug on Superman's cape. You don't spit into the wind. And you don't mess around with Jim.
Oh, Jim. Yeah.
Yeah, don't mess with him either.
That's right.
Everybody's got one.
Debbie said her nephew did 21 years on a minesweeper.
Yeah, that would
He
be
retired.
fun.
Oh, wow.
The ship I was on, USS Incheon LPH-12, was turned into a minesweeper. Thank God that was right after I got off of it. And now they have made it a reef. So it's...
Oh, so it's gone.
Yeah.
Why don't dumb question. I don't know enough about the ships and stuff. Why didn't they cut that up and reuse the steel instead of dropping it? Why wouldn't you do that?
Well, I mean, you got to find somebody that's going to buy it. And Gillette usually buys it and makes razor blades. But after you have, 5 or 6 of these huge ships out there.
Well, scrap metal was up during that time.
Yeah.
Scrap metal was up during that time, so I'm sure they did pretty
So, yeah.
It had something to do
Had
with
to
it.
lose some money. But they'll sink it, and it's also part of saving the environment. So.
Well, I'm learning little
So,
by little.
Do you remember the old buses that used to go around Meridian? City of Meridian had a transit system, and they had the big buses and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Remember
been
that?
that's been a while.
Been a long time.
Yeah.
Some of those buses, and I don't know how many, and I don't know exactly where at, but they are off the coast, and they have been sunk as a reef.
But you could sell that for the scrap metal and make more money.
I just made that up. I don't.
We believed you, though.
No, some people.
He plays a pretty good grade.
Some people do. Yeah, you could, but here's the thing: you can't you'll get more money if it's in pieces, but you're going to spend so much money in saline and oxygen cutting it up. It's kind of.
Well, I don't know. I've sold a couple of cars for scrap that I got everything off of it after I needed and went and had it crushed, and you end up with $600-700 for an old clunker.
Yeah, I know a guy. I know some people who did that. I know some people who did that one time. They just took an old car and just went and crushed it.
Car?
But the problem is, it wasn't their car. I ended up having to put them in jail.
You arrested them.
So it didn't work
can't do
out.
that.
So they couldn't do that. It's not nice to take people's cars to the junkyard. Make sure it belongs to you before
I've
you do
heard of
that.
cars being left on the side of the road. You have to tell me this from a lawman's point of view. You come back to get your car.
Yes.
Say you drug around 2 weeks, and it's gone.
The thing is, especially if it's on the shoulder of the interstate, or if it's off the highway and not a lane of traffic. A lot of times, we'll give them time. In the highway patrol and like other agencies, they'll give them a little time to do it. They'll stamp it.
Yeah, that little
orange sticker.
Yeah.
And I forget what the timing of it is. It's like 2 or 3 days, I believe. But they'll come back and tow it. But the problem is if you leave one on the side of the interstate, don't be surprised if you don't come back and it's gone or no
At
tire
least missing some pieces.
Yeah,
somebody stole your battery.
Yeah, your radio's gone. And they'll call, be like, "Well, somebody stole the radio out of my car."
Yeah.
And it's
Catalytic converter.
everything else.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Sounds different now when you crank it up.
It does. Hey, we did have an accident a while ago there on 60 on Old Highway 80 West out near Clearspan. Single vehicle accident. I'm not sure if they've got that picked up yet. I know the fire trucks were there, and also an ambulance went to check on the person. We don't know the extent, but it was a little bit there. You couldn't get by real easily. Old Highway 80 and the 6100 block is where all that was going on just a little bit earlier. If you're planning your time to work, you might want to go on down to Highway 19 to go around that if you're headed in that direction there. Let's see here. Maryland, I'm not sure why, but the headline says the entire police force has resigned. Gone.
What city in Maryland you said?
Maryland town. Let's see if we can find a name here. Maryland town. That's all they keep referring to it as. Ridgely.
Maryland town, Maryland, I reckon.
Ridgeland, located on Maryland's eastern shore.
Wow.
No, wait a minute. The actual board did it. They suspended them.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's not smart.
Okay, now that's a little bit different. I wonder what the...
Any context?
Yeah, there's more, but I don't have quick eyes enough to glance through all that. Headline breaking loose this morning. But why would you get rid of your entire... That just says we'd like to have crime, doesn't it?
There's no telling. It could be, they might all be up. Who knows?
They may be the ones causing the crime.
Right. Then maybe there's a good reason.
It might be a good reason you get rid of all of them.
Well,
wait a minute. We get a reply here. Do y'all see this? Good morning from the Lido deck.
I missed it. Where's it?
It's right here.
Greg, I see.
There he is.
Mr. Greg Chatham. He's probably up there watching
Playing
the
Pirates of the
ocean,
Caribbean.
Greg, you've left me, and this
Yeah.
guy doesn't know anything more than me about this trivia. We're about to get.
We're going to get smoked.
We decided we're going to ask Scotty Ray questions.
Now, I don't mind if y'all can get together on your side of the room and
Okay.
ask some questions, because me and Odie,
We got to make it fair.
and I shared that with you this week of Dr. Hook. I got a couple more years on you. That's all. But, hey, if y'all can come up with
You
a list
did.
of questions, I'll be glad to try to answer that.
Okay.
Nothing with Rosie O'Donnell can I answer other than it's Rosie. I want y'all to know that.
I'm
Scotty Ray, what is the surface area of the moon standing from Mount Everest?
3 kilometers.
Oh, about
Well,
the
it
size
doesn't.
of a
The surface
nickel.
area of the moon is the same no matter where you're at.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that.
was all right. Okay.
That's a good question.
It was.
Well,
I
this
thought it
ain't
was a
gonna
good
work out with
question.
these two.
No, it didn't.
On the
Greg,
way.
come back.
Greg, hurry back. We'll be right back as we get this morning underway. We got a few headlines of what's happened locally. We had an incident yesterday in Newton County. We want to show you how easily using a tractor can turn into tragedy. You can be on your tractor, We hear about this all the time, farm accidents with cars. We got one to show you that happened in Newton County yesterday. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk. As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Habo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts, and America's favorite brand, Carhartt, whether you need work pants or slacks for church. And nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need. From box to lacrosse, they have the boot for you. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, our special guest in the studio this morning. Sheriff Anthony Chancellor and also Miss Julia Norman joins us today. She's going to be helping out with this day in history. She says she's smarter than both of us combined there. Odie.
She's looked everything up. She thinks she's got her ducks in a row.
I did look up to see if anything significant happened to Daisy Duke today, because that has been an answer more than once on this show. So I felt like statistically, I knew, but I can't find anything relevant.
Well, I heard that today was the day that she went to TG&Y and bought her first pair of shorts.
And cut them off.
And practice cutting them. Now, am I right?
Yeah.
No, I think she went and bought a pair of scissors on this day.
Okay.
All right.
That's what it was, Scotty Ray. You're wrong. You're right.
As we mentioned, Newton County yesterday, one of those incidents that happens. Fortunately, there was no loss of life with this. Now, it did bang up a couple of people there, and the ambulance came out and checked on them. But this could have been so much worse. Let's take a look here as we go to Newton County.
We do need some prayers.
Look at this, Odie.
I go to church with him. Great family. Once he got to the hospital, they started running some tests. He has, let me see what we've got. He's got fractures from his T7 to his L3. He was airlifted to Jackson yesterday. They're planning on surgery today. Good guy. Like I said, we go to church together. A great family. Prayers go out to them, but it doesn't take but just that long for something to happen.
We know anything about the driver of the pickup truck? Because that looks pretty serious as well.
I haven't heard anything about him or his condition.
Keep them both in your prayers, because regardless, you're shook up from something like this. But fortunately, no loss of life. You've dealt with tractor farm incidents.
Go back to that first picture if you don't mind.
Okay, I can do that.
Tractor
Let's
one more time.
pull this up. And what you're
Do
going
we
to
have any more
notice there-
pictures of the tractor? Is that the only picture we have of it?
Yeah, that's the only one.
He was actually tossed out of the tractor.
Now, if you'll see, this is bent over. This is that
Yeah,
hay
it looks
fork
like
where
he
it
made some-
came in contact.
I'm trying to tell where. Yeah, I was trying to look, and it looks obviously the front end of the Ford. But the fact is, we live in rural Mississippi, and we have to share you're going to see farm equipment on the roadways.
Yes.
And we have to share the highway with them, and I have worked some tragic accidents involving
I know there
people
was
on tractors.
one up near Macon a few years ago, Macon, Mississippi, that ended not well.
Yeah.
We had one not long ago here in Lauderdale County, if y'all remember, out on Highway 80, that did not end well.
That's right. But the thing is, people, we just need to pay attention, and because these guys they're working. This, like I
Absolutely.
said, this is rural Mississippi,
And it's time to start with your hay. It's time to start
That's right.
working out in the pastures and all. So it's going to be more and more prevalent with tractors.
Just be
We had
patient.
an incident
That's right.
last night also out at Harper Road and Twin Road of a car, and we hear about this a lot, of cars flipping. We had another incident. Let me show you where this was as we go here to the map. That would show where Harper Road is. Here's a look at the car. We've got many reports that they're okay. There was a lady who said that she went down and stayed with them until the ambulance arrived to check on them. And
It was a single car accident?
A single car accident.
Is Harper Road out 19 South somewhere towards
Yep.
southeast?
There's Harpers everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that place is loaded with Harpers out that way.
It is.
There's a lot of good folks.
It's
out
like in Clarke County, you mentioned the word Dearman. You know that you're deep
right.
into Clarke County.
there. That's right.
Yeah. We had somebody say it was a lady in the tractor wreck. It may have been a lady in the truck.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but yeah, Randy was the operator of the tractor.
So we certainly hope everything works out. But I want to remind everybody about this as we bring up rain today. This has been postponed until Tuesday afternoon at 5:30 downtown Meridian. The big parade to honor them winning the state championship has been moved.
Prayer for the city.
Yes, sir.
It has been moved to Evangel Temple.
You all right?
Will not be at City Hall. Did you get anything on that?
Yes, I've got it. Let me go ahead and find that to pull it up. I just forget where I put it. I thought I
I
had
got
it.
that
Is that
late
today?
last night. Yes.
Okay.
Here we go. Here's what we got here with this. This has been right there. Moved to the Evangel Temple tonight. So if you can get there due to the weather concerns there, come on out. It will be a lot of fun there. They always take care of you. And they have been really the Evangel Temple has been good to everybody when they have a situation if they can accommodate.
Yeah. And they've got a big place. Big enough they can fly angels around there.
I know. I've seen flying angels there too.
I have to.
And we mean that. If you've never seen one of their shows, and they do them every few years, go see one. It is something to witness. Now, big news from the Meridian Police Department as arrest came in last night. We've got 3 individuals that were arrested. Let's pull this picture up and take a look here. Oh, yes, sir. Let's click here and read more about this of what the Meridian Police Department tells us. The gang unit, along with the assistance of the Special Operations and U.S. Marshals, came to town. Now, this Odie, if y'all remember, was when I was live on Poplar Springs Drive the other afternoon. Here's what we have here. And you can read all about this. One person arrested for, it's a murder charge. And again, you're innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, but the arrest was made in that. It's a bunch of charges here. Read through this of what is said. Johnson, charged with murder for the shooting death of Marvin Horn Jr. And again, that occurred out there at the apartment complex where I was live that night behind Tractor Supply.
Yeah, right there on Mosby Road.
Correct. That's where that happened. So, gang unit taking stride, getting a few people off the street that don't need to be out there.
Do you know how old they were?
Do what's that now?
Do you know how old they were?
Let's see here.
So I can look it
I'm
up.
glancing here, and it doesn't list their age next to their name. No, it doesn't. It doesn't say. But I can show you their pictures as we'll go back here and take a look at that, and you can take a pretty good guess as to Layden. This is Nikita Michelle Jenkins, and then this last gentleman here. That
I ask because that's the sheriff sees it, but I mean, just more and more the age of these people and these mugshots is younger,
He's young.
That's
and
right.
younger and younger, and it's devastating.
Well, look
exactly
at over in Rankin County.
Around the reservoir. Yeah.
14 years old, killed her mother, shot her stepdad, was trying to kill him. 14 years old.
What could make somebody at the age of 14 want to even do that?
Do you want me to guess without knowing this? And I don't know if this is it or not.
what?
Ain't nobody ever told her but no. And then when they told her no, it freaked her out because she's been pampered her whole daggone life.
We do see that a lot.
But
What was that nationally where a kid was told they couldn't get a new cell phone and went off on was it the mother a few years back?
I think it was.
Yeah, I don't have the case in front of me, but that did happen.
See, we need to go back to the time of the Bible, eye for eye, tooth for a tooth. If y'all know where I'm going with that.
I hear
The
you there.
Old Testament.
The Old Testament. That's right.
Well, there was a study, and I wish I
Why are they?
did a
charging
report
her
on
as
it
an
not
adult?
too terribly long ago, but they conducted an experiment. A group did, and they took away a child's electronics for so many hours.
Right.
I don't remember the details. I wish I had it right in front of me, but they realized that the child within so long, like a quick amount of time, they were able to respond to other humans. It's crazy that I'm even talking like this, but they were able to read emotions. They were able to communicate better.
Right.
It was unbelievable whenever they took the electronic away from the child. You know, they were able to just
do other things.
Yes.
Basically.
I mean, but they were able to read emotions. They were able to understand emotions for so long after they took it away.
Reading people is 90% of getting through life.
That's right.
Oh,
But
yeah.
If they're bigger than you,
I think there's the outliers of like the spoiled brats that are, committing murders, but I think that the mugshots that we're seeing that you're getting on a weekly basis, those people are raised in fatherless homes
That's
in
right.
poverty, and
That's true.
that's the piece that
It takes family.
And we don't know what led this girl to do that.
We have no idea.
At 14. Yeah, somebody said she's 14. Why is she being charged as an adult? Because she did something
an adult would do.
that she should be. She should know better. You teach your kids right and wrong.
We see that a lot to where, and I guess it depends on each case, doesn't it, Julia? And when it goes before a judge, if they're ruled to be judged as an adult instead of.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff
still
that goes
goes into
into
it.
that. But I mean, the law says, and so there's certain instances where you can be tried as an adult, and
You
but
just tried to
judicial
take
branch
2
takes
lives.
care of that.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
took-
And it's case by
one.
case. I mean, it's no case is exactly the same.
Right.
No, it's not.
And if
Right.
Cassie Coleman was here, she'd tell you the exact same thing.
It
And it
does.
all
And
depends
I
on
am-
circumstances.
Man,
It
I wouldn't
depends
want to
on-
be in that space. That
Yes.
is not my.
It is tough, and
Oh,
something
yeah.
that we're seeing right now, and I'm supposed to put this out there, is we do not have anywhere to put juveniles.
No, there's not a center here. Is
we
it?
we arrested 3 here. We charged 3 last month, dealing with a situation in Clarke County in Quitman, but we have nowhere. We've been we had nowhere to take them.
So what happens?
And well, the fact is, they're basically giving a charge, and they're summons to youth court. But we don't have anywhere. I mean, I know that Sheriff Calhoun has some of the same issues here.
Now, is it true that I've heard in a lot of cases like that they'll give them ankle bracelets or something
It
like that?
depends on the case. It depends on what the judge
Because there's
decides.
nowhere to put 'em.
Yes, sir. And the thing is, the closest one I've got, I've reached out to my friends across the state, and I can get, a bed, and like Forest County, Mike can get a couple of beds, but it's going to cost the county, $275 a day.
And then you've got to go get them, bring them back.
That's exactly right.
Bring
There's
them back
one in
over there.
you have one in Rankin County, but I've got to look into Rankin County. But I've been advised that they're not. I don't know that Rankin's taking any outside.
So, and I think there's a lot of people that
Well, we
probably
need a juvenile detention center here.
I don't think a lot of people realize that for each inmate that goes off, that the county taxpayer has
Yes,
to
sir.
pay.
That's exactly right.
And that's $275
but I'm
per
glad
head.
that this topic came up because I've been wanting to. I've really just been looking for the opportunity, but I wish that we could. You got to think about it. If we had a juvenile detention center, which obviously Lauderdale County would be ideal for it.
For a center for all
yeah.
of the areas.
I mean, but you got Newton County would probably support it. Jasper, Clarke, even Wayne. I mean, there's nowhere to put these kids, and it would deter a lot.
I think
It would deter a lot.
It is an issue.
and I'm gonna tell you
those
something.
kids, and
It's crazy.
and the sentencing that they get before 18, they're gonna. It would be nice if it was a comprehensive youth
exactly right.
attendance center, so that they could hopefully break that cycle. Because the youth facilities that we have right now are pretty tough. So
That's
when you
right.
do get a bed in them, I don't think that person is coming out improved, and they're very young.
That's
so
right.
It's an
And-
issue.
And that's like people have asked, why don't we have one? Because we did have a juvenile center, and we do have a juvenile center to an extent. We've got the courtroom. We've got a place for them to stay while they're here for court. But
That's not long
I think
term.
I think the law now, if you keep someone overnight and you keep them out of school, now you have to provide a teacher. You have to provide studies. You have to maintain their education while they were where they would be in school. Well, so now the cost of that is so outrageous. And then I think the jail part of this building that we have was probably a little older than.
The most, okay.
Yeah, I believe a jail here, the jail in Lauderdale County, I think it was built in 96, if I'm not mistaken. 97,
Well,
maybe.
it's not supposed to be the Marriott.
No,
Mine
it's
was
not.
built in 94. But, I mean, there was a county, and I'm not going to call the county's name. There was a time, if you got in a fight in this county school, not in, like I said, it's not too far from here. But if two kids got in a fight and it was a knockdown, drag out, say if it happened on a Friday,
Right.
they would put them in the Juvenile Detention Center, and they'd sit there till Monday until they saw a judge.
Life's lesson.
But I mean, the thing is that may deter them.
You're
It
right.
may put them back on the right path. If they do something stupid, and they need to sit there for 24 or 48 hours, so be it. It may
I
keep
agree
them
with
from
that.
robbing somebody when they turn 18 and then ended up going off for 5 to 10.
And then
whenever they get out from 5 to 10, they're so hard and coming out of prison, they may be worse than that.
Prison, and y'all know this, prison, and we'll move on after this.
Yeah, I apologize. I'd got on
prison
Yeah, I gotta
can
walk.
can teach people a whole new life. That they're exposed to people that's done worse than they have, I think is what I'm trying to get at. And it's almost like learning a whole new career to get better at what you're doing.
I think that I think there's a lot of opportunities for it for you to come out a lot of different ways, and the facilities even within the state of Mississippi vary greatly. But I do think that not being I do think that it is the Department of Corrections, and that there should be an opportunity that if you were raised in a poor way and you don't have these life skills and you didn't have the opportunity, if you want to do so, if you want to learn to weld or if you want to learn to do something, like I think that needs to be inside of these facilities, especially on the youth end.
That's right.
Because these kids, you've dealt with them. These kids that are in these mugshots are not coming from loving homes and understand that.
That's right.
And they're going to get back out. And so I'd like for them to get back out and be
right.
a better person than when they were. Yes.
Yeah.
I had a great idea, a new show, a 1-hour special, Julia, behind the scenes in prison, undercover. We'll put a camera on you and let you go.
Well, y'all know we're building the Scotty Ray network. It's going to be WSRR, and we need some different programs.
Well, there we go.
And so there's one there. We can do the sheriff's corner.
Okay.
And
The sheriff's corner.
Latte with Anthony. We'll be right back.
Coffee with the sheriff.
Spring is finally here, and at Paris Kubota, we currently have just under 500 mowers in stock. Z-Series 42-inch for only $43.99 cash, or around $86 a month, and we're offering free delivery and pickup. And did you know for only $4 a month, you can also add a Husqvarna handheld to your deal? We've moved to our new location, 2401 Jimmy Rogers Parkway. Stop by in and find you one of these great deals.
Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows,
call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
J&J Tire Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian. Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. As we said, normally we have Greg here this week. Thankfully, Anthony's come in to save the show to direct us in the right directions over there.
I'm glad able to fill in. There's some tough shoes to fill with Greg now. I'm going to tell you something.
But we just got an update live from the cruise ship, and let's share the picture of Greg. He's living it up
Look
out
at
on the
there.
deck.
Now, I want to know if he's been on the.
That's really funny.
He hasn't been on the nude deck, has he?
I hope not.
What do they call that? The upper deck?
I don't know what.
No, they call it the Serenity deck.
Well, of course, you know exactly.
Yeah, Odie. They've got Odie's a VIP.
What time do
member.
they open?
Oh, they open.
Is it 24s?
No, they open about 8 o'clock in the morning. They shut down at 10.
I didn't know about that until somebody was telling me that really does exist.
No, it doesn't.
It's,
All right,
it's
so-
topless people on a boat.
That deck is not. It's not nude. It is adult only. Some people do some sketchy
No.
things in that area. Yeah.
That's not what I heard.
Now
This is like a carnival cruise, and up on the top deck, people don't have their
Yeah, it's
tops
the
on.
Disney family
They
cruise.
do. They do. But now there's one ship, and it just sailed a couple of months ago, and it was the nude cruise.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh gosh.
But
And then clothes optional.
oh,
That's
these,
crazy.
But you knew what you was getting.
I've never been on a cruise. You're not making it sound.
I've never been on one either.
It's the best thing since sliced bread. Look how happy he is.
He does look
There's
happy.
They've got a roller coaster on that ship.
Is Greg gonna ride the roller coaster?
I've been trying to talk him into it. Greg, did you get on the roller coaster? It
On a
costs 50
I will pay good money for that, snapshot that they
It
do.
costs $15.
Look, he said they charge
I'll
by
pay
the
for it.
pound. I can't afford it. Is that on the roller coaster or the nude
Hey,
deck?
bro.
Which one are you talking about, Greg?
Y'all are killing me. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, bright and early, Northeast Volunteer Fire Department is going to be having, this is going to be up. I hope y'all come by and take a look at this. Get you some pancakes tomorrow. Help out the Volunteer Fire Department.
That's a good thing that they do that.
It is, it
I know.
is.
I've heard. Odie's a big advocate for the volunteer fire service, and I've been a volunteer fireman since I was 18 at Enterprise, and this thing is, it's events like that is what helps them pay for what they
exactly
need.
it.
I want to say salute to the folks out at Clarkedale this morning. Let me show you this. Here, we were out and about yesterday, and we stumbled into Chick-fil-A because we were mighty hungry, and we bumped into Clarkedale.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the Keystone class, they were there getting them something, and just they had to have a picture.
What
with
is the
Scotty
Keystone
Ray.
class?
I'm not sure. It must be a special class.
Something to do with the pipeline, we're pretty sure.
I was thinking beer.
Bottled beer taste in a can. Is that it?
At the high school.
I don't know what the. I think it's with all seriousness, I think it's like an elevated smart class. Keystone is.
Okay.
That's why we don't know about it.
Okay. All right.
I think that's what it is.
It may
Like
be.
tag used to
Yeah,
be.
tag
Okay.
to that degree. I
Yeah.
think that's what that is. Coming up, we're going back in history and test these two knowledge here. The
Yeah, we'll
sheriff,
I'm not
which
playing.
the sheriff against Julia. We'll see who scores more for their charity.
We're taking.
We're against y'all.
Yeah.
No, it's you two against each other now.
Two against each other. We changed the rules.
Where's our buzzer? Our button.
We got to get a buzzer for y'all. We do. Coming up, here with Scotty Ray and Odie.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinara Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn.
You don't get many that small.
There we go.
There we go. We're back.
Let's go. Let's
We
go.
have a couple of cheaters in the room.
I mean, they were.
It's
jumping
not
on
cheating.
it.
It's not cheating.
You were using what you could.
I'm looking for an unfair advantage.
Oh, okay.
That's not cheating.
This
It
is.
was there.
We'll give you a hint on this. This guy was born in 1920. He would have a demise when he died, but he had a great show, and it's Greg's favorite TV show that exists. He was a star on this show, but Greg watches it every afternoon.
Well, he did.
I
Now, I
should
don't know
know
if they've
this.
got that down there.
I'll give you a hint. I know nothing.
No,
Did that
wasn't-
happen? Didn't it?
No, that wasn't him.
But it was a part of the show. That was one of the
now,
things.
this one had the mono.
You ever seen anybody with a glass eye? Anybody? How are y'all
My
doing over
uncle
there?
had a glass eye.
Who, your uncle?
Yeah.
So I'm going with the sheriff's
So y'all
uncle.
don't know the TV show we're talking about.
I'm waiting for Greg to chime in. I'm watching, hoping that
let's
he's
see
going
what
to
it
feed
is.
us.
It's already been given in the comments.
Hogan's Heroes.
We
Thank
talk
you.
about that. Y'all talk about that every day. I mean, every day.
They really do.
I heard this last
Clink
week. Colonel
was born
Clink.
on this day.
Yes,
in
I'm familiar
1920.
with Colonel Clink.
I think that commenters should help us out.
That's right.
Thank
Apparently
you.
they're
We're going to be
doing
watching.
Look
Thank
at this.
you.
Everybody do it
Mr.
with
Cunningham,
YouTube.
Mr. McNeese,
Yeah.
We're
Miss
not real
Dickerson.
smart.
Thank you.
We're
I'm just
trying. We're
doing the
trying.
best I
Alligator
can.
said, "If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying."
Miss Robin, she's from my county down there in Clarke.
This is one of those, and y'all know the answer to this because y'all accidentally saw
always
it.
Even Greg knew the answer.
Yeah, he did. We go back to 1931. This guy would be born, and I have honestly never watched him in any of the episodes, although he is a superstar. He's the biggest jerk, in my opinion, of the videos that I've seen him in dealing with people.
William
you go,
Shatner.
go, yes.
Look, bam, right here.
Got one. Got one.
William Shatner.
He is not a nice fellow.
When you said 1931, I knew exactly who you were talking about.
And not nice.
We both knew at the same time.
Have you ever heard of a sheriff that might be stretching the truth? I think we just heard that over there.
I don't think he is.
His hand didn't go up and say, "I swear," did it?
I'm gonna be honest about today. There wasn't a lot of other things outside of music that went on today. Today in history is tough to find an event that went on.
Well, that's what Julie said. She was up 2 or 3 hours last night
Just
studying.
researching, trying to get ready.
Yeah, because we feel like Daisy Duke will be in here somewhere.
Yeah, we're waiting for her, or Suzanne Summers, or Pamela Anderson, or
Well, let's talk about.
I don't know what they all have in common.
This TV show dealt with, and let's put it over here, dealt with someone's nanny. He would have a nanny involved in
Okay.
the show. Does that
The
give you-
nanny, Fran Drescher.
When it talks like this. All right, kind of. You're on the right track.
Yeah,
Renee
That was-
Taylor, and there was no way to give her mama's name. I don't know how to even give
Yeah.
a hint to that one.
Yeah.
But she was born the mama that used to be on
Now you're getting into our.
Mr. Sheffield.
right.
Yeah,
That's right.
we're familiar.
y'all watch that?
Yes.
Yes, I remember watching that.
What was the butler's name on the show?
Belvedere?
Niles?
Niles.
Niles, that's it.
See?
Belvedere.
That sounded like a
That's
name for a
vodka.
butler.
It was,
Well, there was a TV show
that
called
was a
Mr.
commercial. Mr. Belvedere, come here, boy.
That was
Remember
odd.
Bugs Bunny?
And then there was another TV show years ago that had Uncle somebody as the maid in the house.
Uncle Fester? Was that it, Uncle Fester?
Yes. Yes, that was it.
I think no, it was My Three Sons. Whatever is what
Charlie.
I
No,
That
Charlie.
you lost us.
Charlie. Uncle Charlie.
Uncle
had,
Charlie.
It just Aunt B just fit that part better to me. Well, that's just me there. Let's see what has happened today. Now this is. Have y'all ever heard me talk about who my hero is? If there's ever been an actor,
Odie.
a man. This is seriously. This was a man among men. He would be in my favorite movie that I ever watched, and then in real life, he was also in the military. Not only was he in the military, he was not there to just be, oh, I'm joining. He actually flew bombing.
Elvis.
Nope, not Elvis.
Close.
Anybody that ever passed away under his command, he would write a letter to the family. And he was very concerned about
He
this.
did a lot of your old time. He was a member of a pack.
I'm watching the comments.
Which pack
and I
was
know
that?
that.
No.
Your audience doesn't know either because I'm
come on.
watching.
Yeah, they do.
they
They've
do.
already
Somebody
answered
did.
it.
Answered
Gina
it.
Stewart, sorry.
There you go. I'm
James
telling you,
Stewart. Yes.
this man was a man among men.
Okay.
It's a Wonderful Life.
It was.
That's a great movie.
Okay.
Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. If you have never seen that, folks, you better do it. The Winchester 71. Y'all ever watch that?
I watched It's a Wonderful Life. Why couldn't you key in on that? I
Every
mean, that was a
time-
good movie.
What happens every time
it
a
was
bell
old.
rings?
He had to move on because you knew about
That's
it.
exactly
So
All
he had
right, he
to-
He's like,
claims
oh,
he's
no.
watching. What happens every time a bell rings?
An angel gets his wings.
There you go. That's good.
They got one there. That was probably, in my opinion, there. What was the name of the town if he had died?
to keep going.
Something
know.
Falls.
That's where
Bedford Falls.
Right, but what was the name of the town had he
It's still
not
not good
existed?
enough.
Pottersville.
Oh,
Get another one
Anthony's all
for me?
over this.
All right, he knows his wonderful life.
That's
telling you.
greatest movie
I
ever.
love that movie. It's great.
Okay.
This guy, did you ever watch CNN
The news network?
years ago?
Yes, sir.
Before I'm going, where are you going with
Yeah.
this?
Before they switched.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wolf, does that ring a bell?
Yeah. Blitzer?
Yep,
Yep.
it's his birthday today.
Oh, Wolf.
That's
what.
enough move.
Oh, Wolf Blitzer.
Oh, he was.
Is he
scary.
still on there? Like,
I
Don't have a
watch
clue.
it more.
seriously, I hadn't watched it either.
Only
I
news
think he
network
does
I ever
political
watch is
stuff.
Scotty Ray Report.
There you go.
Look at that.
So if you
Pick
don't,
up on a few
I mean, that's-
things.
WSRR.
1957, y'all accidentally brought up this guy's name a minute ago. Can y'all guess who we're going
Elvis
with?
Presley.
How quick they are.
She was lucky.
Look at me.
Mama
all
shook
shook
up.
up.
Even a blind squirrel found that every now and then.
That was a good one.
One of my sons
We go off
loves
air at some
Elvis.
point, Odie.
It's going to be a fight, y'all. Odie gets hurt. Let's see what else happened today. It was 1968, and it was probably in country music, the royalty of country music. These two were married. It seemed like it was the perfect marriage, but there was problem coming up. From that marriage would become one of the biggest songs. Even Hillary had to comment on it and be snappy about it years later.
Hillary Clinton?
She was
Stand by,
snappy.
Mom. Stand by.
You're close, but
Okay.
the key was they
Tammy.
were going through.
What would happen if
The
she
big
didn't
D.
stand by her? All right, there you go.
Okay.
And they spelled out the words so
Georgia
the kids
did.
wouldn't know what they were talking about. Y'all with me?
What I don't know what.
You know the song.
Yeah.
Apparently you don't.
Going through the big D, and I don't mean Dallas.
Well, that's Mark
Yeah.
Chestnut, but you're right. You're hitting on it.
Okay.
You're
D-I-V-O-R.
you like got a broom and you're around the fire stomping it.
I just got this little bitty girl brain, Scotty Ray, doing the best I
They're already
can.
throwing it.
It's
Our
a
D-I-V
Tammy Wynette.
becomes
You had the
final
name.
today. This re-
Okay, the divorce is what we're
Well, no, it
looking
would-
for.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
that was the name of the song. But
Chance
they
for-
I
didn't-
didn't know if we were asking for her name or the name
were
of the
looking for the title of
song,
the
or okay.
Scotty Ray, you're being misleading.
Okay.
I'm going to file a challenge.
Oh, they're
filing a
complaints
challenge.
against us.
That's right.
But
This
you
is
know,
unfair.
with all sincerity, on that, because they couldn't say the word. They had to spell it out. The words they didn't want the kids to know.
Ain't that
Really?
And that's why the song. That's why she sings.
That really worked
D-I-
out for the divorce statistics in the United States. Not saying the word.
something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was the original outlaw in country music? The man that developed the word. Because you know, in the song he mentions in some old magazine, somebody called us outlaws. We were in the middle of a song when they busted through the door. That's why we didn't hear it. Mamas, don't let
Your
your.
babies grow up to be cowboys. I don't remember who sings it, though.
Are you
is
sure Hank
terrible.
done it this way?
Okay, so Hank
Were you
Williams.
standing there back in '48?
I know what song you're talking about, but I can't remember. Somebody's got to.
They said Waylon.
Y'all look in the
Waylon?
air. He
Yeah,
was trying to
Waylon.
give you a hint. You wasn't looking over
Okay.
here.
I can't see over there.
Oh, you've already got the answer there.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Waylon
yeah,
Jennings.
Waylon Jennings.
He
Yeah, I knew
recorded
that.
Can't You
That was
See?
my next guess.
And are you ready for the country?
Greg up here answering stuff from the Lido deck.
He's quicker
Thank you,
than
Greg.
3,000
Waylon and Wheeler.
miles away.
I know. Well, of course he
We're
is.
pulling for you two over there on your side of the room. How they doing? Have you kept up with the score?
No, I don't think we've had. I think I got one each.
This TV show would develop. Y'all key in on this. Yakatami Towers. What was that?
Oh, wait. Yonkatomi Plaza?
Plaza.
Die Hard?
All right, the TV
Bruce Willis?
Well, you're
What else?
close.
I
You're
mean-
all around it. But a TV show would be spun off from that character that was on there eating donuts, backing up his patrol car.
Yeah, Family Matters.
Yep. The girl that was on there. Do y'all remember her?
Laura.
Yeah, I don't even know the answer to that. Ezra wrote, he nailed it. Laura.
Look,
I'm impressed.
TGIF. It came on every Friday night on ABC. That's what
I watched it too, but I couldn't spit it out like
kid,
that.
That's what every kid looked forward to. Was
The Winslows.
The Winslow. Carl
Yeah.
Winslow.
Yeah.
Sergeant Carl Winslow.
Yeah.
Chicago Police.
Did he not play that part?
He did.
It was good. And Urkel.
Yeah.
Oh, my heavens.
Yeah. Or
He's a classic.
Did you ever date a guy that wore suspenders, Julia?
No.
Was that a turn on for a young girl?
No. Maybe back when, but no, not in our generation.
Let's go to. I'm trying to describe this. This involved a plane. It involved lightning.
Airplane.
Yeah, it did. I can't remember.
Don't talk about the movie Airplane.
Lightning and glass and.
They had an 86
Sweet Home
Silverado.
Alabama.
Oh, ding, ding,
There's an
ding,
airplane, and did I get one?
Yes. Who was the star of that
Reese
show?
Witherspoon.
He beat her.
All right.
We share a point on that one.
Greg said he's
No,
trying to help y'all, but y'all are not in this Keystone class.
That's true.
But
That's
Reese,
true.
is she not a beautiful woman?
She really is.
I mean, that girl,
that's a good movie.
It was. Of all the chick flicks out there, that is one to where I stop and watch every time I stumble up on
a
it.
pretty good old movie.
They have the reenactment out there, and her daddy's he's laying over yonder. Go find him.
Oh yeah, he said, "Hang on a minute." He said, "I'm about to surrender at Appomattox."
That was
Damn,
funny.
raise it up.
What's the dog's name? The guy's dog's name. I love that dog.
I can't remember.
Also, Ellie was supposed to come today. That's the only reason I came. Remember?
Ellie. Well,
Where is Ellie?
Ellie didn't make it over because my daughter's out of town, and she's my bringer of
okay.
Ellie in the morning.
Okay, what
Okay.
in that movie?
Okay, put it on me.
Whenever the what's her face? That's the mayor of New York, and she shows up at the house.
Yeah, the mother-in-law.
The mother, yeah,
Murphy
what's her-
Brown.
Murphy Brown. Okay, what did the daddy tell the mom? What did he tell her to put on? Some kind of pie. It was a.
Oh, you got
It was
me on
something
this.
It was something crazy.
Yeah.
Though. Somebody's been put on another
crow?
bologna cake or something.
Oh.
A bologna pie. That's what
What
it
was the
was.
line about? She goes, and they live in a double wide.
That's right.
Y'all remember that? She played that part very well to Murphy Brown.
She did. She did.
All right, I'm going to give you some initials. This guy here was he went in and recorded 2 songs.
Earl Smooter. That was his name.
Bryant
You don't
was
know
the
how
dog.
close you were. I'm going to give you the initials. Yeah, Bryant was the name of the dog.
Bryant.
Points for y'all. I'm going to give you the initials of one of the most influential men that was in country music. He passed away not long ago. He had 2 songs recorded today. One of them is just like his namesake, but I'll give you the initials, ETC. That should be like a dead giveaway.
Well,
The
when you
hardest-
know what it stands for, I'm sure it is.
The hardest thing I'll ever have to do.
I know.
Scotty Ray. Yeah.
Come on there. I just gave you a big clue there.
ETC. I don't have a clue.
There's
All
some.
right, so the
Earl Thomas
Witherspoons.
Conley.
Okay.
Yeah, what she said, and that guy said, Bob McNeese. Oh, Bob.
He recorded
He does
Holding
good, old
Her
Bob.
and Loving You Today. I'm telling
See,
you.
look at Greg even knew.
Of course, Greg knew.
I've never even heard
You
that guy.
you have never heard Holding Her and Loving You? Well,
I've
he's,
heard
probably heard the
that.
song, but-
Yeah.
well, he's got this girlfriend and he's got a wife. And he's going to leave the wife for the girlfriend, and it's the
that's not
hardest thing he's ever done. Is holding her,
It's-
his
Y'all don't
wife.
feel bad. I
That's
wouldn't have been
terrible.
able to answer.
That
any
is
of
a
these if I
terrible
wasn't looking at it.
No, it's really good.
Yeah, but
I mean, you
You just-
gotta live the life of him. He's miserable, and he's got this gal on the side. Y'all don't know nothing about country.
somebody said
Everything is
fire
about
the sheriff.
Fire
Look,
the sheriff.
John Bradley said fire the sheriff.
Golly.
Sorry.
I'm not coming back.
Terribly sorry.
All right, let's
Please
see what
vote
else.
for me again in 4 years.
We do have a Daisy Duke moment coming
Of
up.
course
Oh, you
do.
got to be careful. Yeah,
This
of course.
this ties to Daisy, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Unbelievable.
What's a memory like you doing here? Does that ring a bell?
I'm going no.
He showed up at a Christmas
They
party.
may not know
They may
him
not, but
from
let me say
singing.
this. In 1985, I think it was 1985, he showed up with a
Well, that was
Christmas
1 year before I was born.
Mallory's
so
not
I'm-
being real happy with you right now.
Your life is over. Little known fact, he shows up at a Christmas party. He's a big singer. He shows up at a Christmas party with this very attractive woman wearing a trench coat.
Golly.
Little did everybody else know that's all she had on. And I asked him personally about that in person, and he turned red. He goes, yeah. Okay.
I got nothing.
At the sound of the tone, a country girl.
Can you at least take the camera off of us while we're
A country girl. The answer's already there.
Let's see.
Vern Godson?
No.
John Snyder.
John Snyder. Yeah, I like
Okay.
John Snyder.
Y'all did know he
got
had a
Dukes of
music
Hazzard
career.
moment.
Yeah, they
With a
thought
country
that he had music.
At
like
the sound of the
John
tone,
What
you're
happened?
gone.
Okay, so he just
He
released his
recorded with
song?
some memory like you do, and
Okay.
in a love like this.
You're just making stuff up at this point.
I think so too. That's why he gets over here as early as he does in the morning, so he can sit here and think of things in his head. And just like,
I asked him earlier this week. I said, "So where do you get all this from?" He's like, "Different places." I'm like, "Of course you do." He's like, "Well, nobody has all the rights, all the stuff I want on one site." And I'm like, "Because he just tries to find the hardest, most obscure thing."
But this is going to be very, like I said, there was not a lot of events that happened today, so I had to really rely
That's right.
on
You had to
music.
work
We're
hard
trying
on
to
it.
Yeah, we've got 11
This
minutes
was-
left on the show, and
Let's see, I was
else
in
we got?
Nashville.
Scotty
This
Ray, who
was
cuts your grass?
my wife.
your wife.
I mean, doesn't everybody's wife cut the grass? Anthony, doesn't Mallory cut the grass?
Nope.
Really? Who cuts it at
I feel
your house?
better now.
And what's funny about that is,
My wife does wash my clothes. Mallory,
well, I have to
and
wash
she does,
my
and
own.
I'm glad that she does.
and that all started because I was in Corpus Christi, Texas, and I'm out there all on my own. It was awful, all by myself. 6 months by myself in some condo, working. I had to call home and go, "What'd I do?" There's nobody. There was nobody. I was in the middle of nowhere, Mathis, Texas. Whoever
You had
heard
to
of
learn,
that?
and you had to learn how to wash your clothes at
Yeah,
that point.
because there was the only washing machine within 20 miles where I was. We had to share it.
Amy told me I was going to start washing my own clothes.
Would you tell her she could leave?
No. I'm sitting in.
I tried to help him.
I'm at the house and I'm laid back. She's doing laundry. And then she comes in the bedroom and she's got this look. And I'm like, uh-oh. And she said, "I told you to take the pins out of your pocket." And I love.
Did
the
you ruin
liquid-
some of her clothes?
Oh, every white piece of clothes.
I would've-
we had in
that'd
there
been
was
it for me, too.
blue. And I told her, and she had on some. She had.
I bet that
expensive
cost you.
stuff. Mm-hmm. It did because I had to get up,
Amy said he knows better.
and I went in there and I got some. If you've got a blue gel pen and it leaks out, get you some hand sanitizer and a toothbrush. And I sat there and scrubbed every little mark, put it back in there, and every single thing came out clean.
Well, look.
I'm enjoying some of these
tipster.
comments over here about. Miss Charlotte Kate says, "I want to cut it, but my husband won't let me." Basically,
Well, I let Angie.
no, wait. She says, "I won't let my." Excuse me, I messed that up. She says she won't let her husband because
She likes
likes
cutting
what
it.
he- that's
Angie
right.
says it's mind therapy for her, so she's got 6 acres to run around on and circle and do all she wants.
that's right.
Charlene hit the house and 2 bushes, and Rex told her, said, "You won't never get back on there again."
Hey, look, ask Barry White about the first time he got a 0-turn lawnmower. He look.
there a video?
I wish there was, but he got that thing hung up in the clothesline. And he look. We thought we was had to send the rescue out there to get him. He got it all hung. I hope he's listening right
And you
now.
know Harold was laughing his butt
Yeah,
off.
Harold was out there braying or whatever it is.
1990, I want to say this was 1995, 1996
There's
is the first time I would meet these guys. Were you
I
born
thought we were
then?
done with this.
Were you born
Talking
then?
about a headline.
Was I born in 1995?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, just
Scotty
making
Ray.
sure. But anyway,
Thank you. I appreciate
I was
that.
at this party, and they were getting ready to. And this is not the song. This just gives you a hint of who they are. And it was Huey Lewis and the News was sitting next to me, to the right of me. Behind me was what's her name that turned out so big that went crazy. What's that girl that had to have conservatorship?
Britney Spears.
She was
I know
there.
that one.
A bunch of other country stars. And they said, "Everybody look under your chair." I looked under my chair and it was a baby bottle. I thought, what has this got to do with anything? And it was Mr. Mom. Do y'all remember that song?
Yeah, one that
yeah.
plays Batman.
Look, they have no clue. Another guy who got real upset was the lead singer, and they fired him. They got a contract.
I'm just trying to follow
Yeah,
this
listen
track
to-
to
yeah, listen
find
to
out
this
what
now.
answer you're looking for.
Ride a horse, save a cowboy.
I
You
know
heard
that.
Who sings that?
Big and Rich.
All right. Did y'all know that he was the lead singer of this group? They get a deal in Nashville. They're getting ready to go.
Didn't you
into-
talk about this like last week or something?
Maybe
Okay.
he gets fired as the lead singer. They bring in a new guy, and they released this song. What group am I talking about? Who was he associated with before he got fired?
The Beach Boys. I don't know.
Greg, what you got? Lone Star.
Lone Star. Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Amazed. That came out today in '99.
I actually like Lone Star. That's a good song too.
Pretty good group there.
But I didn't realize that he was associated with them.
All right, do y'all know the guy that invented "Hey Boo Boo"? How about a picnic basket?
Yeah.
I remember that.
I mean, I don't know the guy, but I remember the.
Passed away today. Hanna-Barbera. William Hanna.
That was my guess.
Yeah, he did a lot of.
Or the two together. Hannah.
Yeah, or something like that.
A picnic basket.
Wasn't that good? I love that stuff. We'll be right
that's
back.
a good one.
Come on, Yogi.
Pretty good Lawrence there. We'll be
Greg
right back.
said-
The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low mileage cars and trucks. How about a 2022 Jeep Wrangler, Ridgeline Sport with only 40,000 miles, a GMC Denali, or a 2024 Silverado 2500? Drop in today and find the car that you're looking for. They're packed with low mileage cars and trucks.
The low profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, our special guest this morning, who's been helping us. Y'all keep bringing up that we don't know anything. Did y'all have anything y'all wanted to ask us this morning?
Let me think.
Let me go. Hold on one second.
As we talk about things that are going on in America, while y'all are looking for a question there to
Who
ask
did
us.
Aaron Burr shoot?
Aaron Burr. Another president. They were both running for president. And it was a.
What's his name?
I'm thinking here. Hang on.
They were not
I know
running for
this.
president.
No, they were not.
They were both. One was. They were both running for president. And there was an argument, and they counted off the spaces, turned around, and shot.
But who did he shoot?
Jackson, wasn't it?
Nope.
Who was it? You don't know either.
Alexander Hamilton.
And
That's
they
it.
did the whole play about it.
And Big Daddy with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. But you're right. I should have known that one. I did not know that one.
Okay.
Kudos to you two.
Who shot
Wanda
Abraham
had.
Lincoln?
Oh, that would be J.R.
You really don't know that?
Yes,
I can't
I know.
believe you don't know that.
Yes,
Put it
I'm
out there,
just-
Scotty
who
Ray.
is it
Who did
then?
What's
Tell
his
us.
face?
Who is it? I mean, you should know this one. Scotty Ray.
Hang on, Mud. He ran from the law.
I cannot believe
Scotty
you know
Ray.
Oh,
this.
y'all got my. But I know his name. I can see it. I'm
better
Man,
not
it's
look-
hard, isn't
You
it?
better look
it's
at your
hard.
comments.
No, I'm not.
They're
I'm not-
trying to tell you.
I'm not looking at the screen over here because I know this.
Rhymes with tooth.
Booth.
John
There.
Wilkes
John
Booth.
Wilkes Booth.
See.
It was one of those blank moments.
Miss Robin was helping you out there,
One of
and
those
several
blank
of them.
moments.
But do y'all?
Some up there.
I'm sorry, Scotty Ray. We didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Yeah. Sorry.
You know, sorry.
It was so easy. We can't
Y'all go
believe you
again.
didn't
Y'all
know
go again
it.
if you got something good.
Did you know that John Wilkes Booth was an actor?
Yes, I did.
And in his time, he was making an average around $20,000 a year, which in those days was a lot of money.
Did you know? All right. Did you know that he was a member of the what was it called, the KCC?
KCC.
And all around the South is this money buried that was dealt with that. I've done extensive reading on
That's
this.
interesting.
What they thought was the Confederacy would come back, and it was a group that got together and they buried money
Trying to,
in case it were to come back, and it was called KCC, which stood for what?
I don't know the answer
The
to that
Knights of the Golden Circle.
Okay.
KGC.
Yeah, okay. That would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be KGC, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
The gold starts with a
okay.
G, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. But it was, and there's been this guy that has found a lot of that. The problem is they were marked on trees as to where the money was buried. Now all those trees have been cut out. It was near railroads.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Do you know the lost colony up in Roanoke?
I've heard of it. I don't know much about it.
Okay.
Boy, where's this history coming from over there?
Well, I like history.
Yeah, yeah. What about it?
Well, you know, they found something, there was something there whenever they actually came back and they realized that everyone was gone and was missing. All they found was one thing carved on a tree. Do you know what word was carved on that tree?
No, but I've heard the story.
Let's see if anybody knows.
Boy, I'm shocked that you know this.
Look, man, I know more about what happened 200 years ago than I do 40 or 30.
So it was carved into a tree.
It was carved into a tree.
Was it the
one
letter
word.
H for help?
Does anybody know?
Apparently
Nobody's
not.
coming.
Nobody's
I
coming
have
up
forgotten
with
about
anything.
this, Andy.
Croatan.
What?
Croatan was the only
I did
thing that
not
was
know
carved
that.
on a tree. CROA.
And what does that mean?
Honestly, I really don't know what it means.
Well, this
Croatia's
is
a
very. This is a big letdown.
I know it.
I really thought I was going to learn something.
I don't
here.
think anybody really knew exactly.
Why would you
Yeah,
bring that
I don't
up?
know what
I
that
don't know.
means.
So Francis had
It's a
that.
I was trying to mess with him.
Okay.
What'd she say it was?
Croatian.
She did?
Yeah, that's it
She
right
got
there.
Okay. Huh.
But I have no idea what that word even means.
Croatia's a country.
What
Well,
would that have to do with being kidnapped and no one left?
That's where they took him,
don't know.
I guess.
Maybe that's where they took them.
Maybe that's where that airplane that's missing went.
Huh, interesting there.
So sorry, I didn't mean to just.
No,
I'm
no,
messing with you.
I liked your question. I'm shocked that Andy knows so much, and he did
Andy,
stuff
and first
with me
of
there.
all, my name is Anthony, not Andy.
Oh, do we
Giving
call him
you a
Andy?
short. It's like Andy Griffith down there, isn't it?
That's where the Andy came from. Or says the Indians?
Well, it's like, yeah, probably.
Maybe so. We'll learn more from Anthony, who gets his feelings hurt over there. Don't be cutting his name short. We'll be right back. We're going to give away a coffee mug as we get ready to wind up the show today. If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel.
Backcountry RV is your trusted RV dealer. Come see the big changes to their location on the 45 bypass. Not only will you find a great selection of RVs, but now you have a more convenient location for all your service and parts needs. Ask about rebates and specials. Backcountry RV is your local authorized Jayco dealer. You can feel the difference in a Jayco. Your trusted RV dealer in this area. Backcountry RV. Exit 157A off I-20 on the 45 bypass.
And welcome back. Sip and Savor will be here in just a few. It's not long off, is
Not
it?
far off.
Yeah.
we
Do
got a bunch
y'all
of
go
stuff.
to that?
I love Sip and Savor. I think it's, I go to a lot of the events in Meridian, and it is my favorite every year.
You put
they
on
do
half of them.
I do put on half of them, and they're a lot of hard work. And I can look at Sip and Savor, and those people work really hard on that event. And it supports a good cause, the Max. But it's a great event for Meridian. A lot of people come from out of town and get to just see us in a really positive light. The food is really good, and Meridian supports it, and it makes it a lot of fun. It's an all-day celebration. You go to it. I've seen you there.
Yeah, I've been there. Went there last year.
Yeah, it's a good time. Highly recommend.
We walked around. We did a good bit.
Try all different kinds of food and see all your friends.
Well,
So
come on out.
Stevie Roy, what you think about that?
Stevie Roy.
Stevie Roy, I'm gonna
Well,
be
I'm
that.
gonna be
like
Andy,
it.
then you can be Stevie Roy or Scooter Ray. One of the two.
Scooter Ray. I don't know. Scooter. I like that. Let's just call him Scooter for short.
Hey, we do have I want to bring this up that's going on tomorrow. The Arkadelphia Baptist Church is going to be in Bailey is going to be having a rummage sale. And so if you can make it out for that, also known as a yard sale, it's going to be happening from 7 until 2. So check it all out there.
And tomorrow morning, Collinsville Fire Department is having a pancake breakfast.
Oh, okay.
So we got Collinsville's doing one, and we got Northeast doing one.
And the folks in those communities need to go out and really support both of those. That's a good thing.
Support all of that.
Anything going on in Clarke County tomorrow morning that
you got the car show tomorrow at Clarke.
Okay.
Tomorrow during the day, the
to support Clarke. Yeah, I saw that.
They ought to have a mud bog out there.
A mud bog.
Yeah.
Well, they
got a nice place to do it.
And Alley Cat is this weekend, Meridian.
Ooh,
so everybody needs, Alley
Yeah,
Cat Saturday, tomorrow.
9 a.m. if I'm not mistaken.
Don't
Saturday
get me.
morning.
I'll say it wrong, but it's always a full day. They always have a lot of stuff on City Hall lawn, and they do a great job, and that goes to support a very good cause.
That's right.
So.
Now, we want to thank y'all for coming in this morning. It was a lot of fun having y'all here.
Yes, sir. I enjoyed it.
It was a lot of fun.
I'm glad I could come and sit in for Brother Bishop.
Brother Bishop.
Bishop Greg. Bishop Greg.
Bishop Greg.
He's been busy. We need to give away a coffee mug this morning, Odie, to a lucky person. Let's put some names out there.
So we've got Steve and Rhonda Parker, 39 years anniversary. Bowen Johnson, 2 years old. Jamie Barrett's having a birthday. Billy and Linda Stuckey, we call that Chief Stuckey. He from out in Toomsuba, 56 years together. Chief, Miss Linda, happy anniversary. And Rusty Calvert's having a birthday
You're
today.
kidding me.
No. So there's our name. So let's get this thing going. And Rusty Calvert, winner of the Hyundai of Meridian Scotty Ray Report coffee mug. Go by and get your coffee mug from Hyundai of Meridian, Highway 39, Big Ray Building. You can't miss it.
It'll be a lot of fun, and enjoy that, and hope you have many years of drinking out of your coffee mug.
Yeah.
Well, it is the weekend. We want you to be careful regardless. We'll be here behind the scenes tracking everything that goes on throughout the community. I think I've got to go to Southeast, and you're getting an invitation to go too, Odie, at the last second.
Well,
Remember all
as
those?
long as we're not reading Cat and the Fox, I'll be all right.
Well,
The Cat in the Hat,
Well, it was Mr. Fox, Cat in the Hat and Mr. Fox.
Green Eggs and Ham.
That's an easy one to run.
Scotty Ray on tour reading to children. I thought it was interesting.
Headed out to Southeast today because we had so many we had some storms roll in. There was like 3 schools that I missed that last storm because of it. So we're doing makeup, and I still got to schedule Crestwood. We're going to Crestwood at some point. But today's Southeast. Y'all get ready.
Y'all get Mr. Fox. That's the hardest book to ever read.
Well, you're going, so.
I hope it's not going to be that one. You messed me up. He read 3 pages and said, "Here," and gave me the rest.
It was bad.
Mr. Fox.
You need to look at that book. It's just one tongue twister, 68 pages of tongue twisting. And the kids were just giggling all through it. It was funny.
bet.
It was funny. Odie, you going to give us a word to live by over the weekend?
We're going to leave with Romans 10, verse 17. Consequently, faith comes from the hearing the message, and the message is heard through the word about Christ. Go find you a church Sunday. If you don't have one, look on the internet, find you one, call a friend, go find a church, sit down and get the word of God and invite him into your heart and start a new life today. We love you. We'll be back in about 72 hours or so. Until then, have a great weekend. We love you. See you Monday.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.